Hey guys, welcome back to Alpha Ambition. Before we begin, I wish you guys a very happy new year. I hope this year brings each one of you a lot of success, prosperity, and good health. So, in the last video, we discussed whether or not using a credit card for your day to day purchases, like buying grocery or gas or all of those stuff, is a good idea or not. And we established through detailed arguments that if you use your credit cards right, they actually put money back in your pocket, and beyond that you can actually use them to fund your travel. I'm not saying that your entire travel for the year will be covered, but certain portions of your travel, for example one-way flight ticket, hotel reservation and things like that, can be actually funded by the amount that you can save if you use your credit cards right. And also, in addition, slowly and steadily it can help you reach your financial goals, because you'll be saving money on those little things, and those little things add up, and that's how wealth is created. So in case you've not watched that video, I would highly recommend going back and watching that video. I'll leave the link of the video in the description box so that you can just click it and watch it, and it'll make you aware of various ways you can make money with credit cards. Okay, so now you would ask me, Jasdeep, we've made up our mind regarding credit cards. Beautiful argument. Where do we get started? How do we pick our first credit card? Or maybe if not first, how do we pick our second, third or nth credit card? And that, guys, is $1 million question. Because a lot of times a lot of people do the mistake of getting attracted to a specific offer on a credit card, or a bank agent of theirs have tried to push them a credit card, and they get into all the pros and benefits of the credit card, and they actually go for that credit card. But that's not the right way to do it, and in today's video we will try to address that. So do stick around until the end of the video, because I'm gonna give you a very handy, very comprehensive model in actually an Excel format. So you can download that Excel in the description box below, which will help you rank different credit cards very logically, as per your own motivations and your own criteria that suits you well. And this is probably the only resource you need to decide on what credit card to get next, so that you can avoid all the confusion and anger and complexity which actually goes into deciding what credit card to get. If you go on Google and just write best credit cards and stuff like that, you'll find at least 100 if not thousands of credit cards out there in the market. So definitely picking the right credit card for yourself is basically similar to finding a needle in a haystack. And there are multiple types of credit cards. There's a travel credit card, there's a secured credit card, there's a cashback credit cards, there's rewards credit cards, there's air miles, there's Aeroplan, and the list goes on and on, guys. So before we go ahead, if you've been liking the content so far, I would really appreciate if you can like, share and subscribe to this video. So let's begin our deep dive section, which is all about exploring all the facts and information to help us inform our decision making. And all the criteria that we're going to discuss in the video today can be applied to any credit card in the world. And as I promised, I will leave the link to the Excel file, the Excel model, in the description box below so that you can use it yourself. So first and foremost, guys, is the annual fee or the monthly fee. This is probably the most important aspect that people keep in mind when choosing their credit card. Typically, a credit card that has an annual fee or a monthly fee tend to give more rewards over the period of time. But hey, that's not always true. You'll have to give attention to some of the other details of the credit cards and see. If you don't care about all those travel rewards and what you care about is a low fee or a no fee card, then definitely it makes sense to go for a no fee credit card. So that makes the decision process very easy. You will basically eliminate all the cards that have an annual fee. And I would suggest, if you have probably multiple credit cards, it wouldn't hurt you if you have a 1 or 2 annual fee credit card, because if you have multiple credit cards, chances are that you already are aware of the benefits of the credit card and you're good with handling your credit. I would not advise this to a person who's applying for a credit card for the first time, because hey, you've not experienced what can go wrong if you don't pay your credit card bill. So it's always great that you start with a credit card product which doesn't have any annual fee or monthly fee. Second most important thing is the pricing, which is also called interest rate or APR. This is the interest rate that will be charged to you if you miss your payment. And guys, whatever interest rate that you see, a lot of times it's in the range of 18% to as high as 30-40%. If you want me to make a video explaining how interest rate on credit cards work, definitely put a comment down below and I'll be sure if there is interest, I'll make a video on it. Third important factor is the welcome bonus or the introductory offer, and it can take various shapes and forms. For example, bonus points or cashback dollars or some complimentary flight tickets. Now, if the credit card is offering a certain cash value, it is very easy to compare. A certain credit card is offering $200 bonus, the other card is offering $100 bonus. So obviously you'll choose the $200 one. However, in a lot of cases, credit cards do offer bonus points. So do not assume that higher the points, higher the benefit, because these points can mean very different things in terms of the actual dollar or rupee value, which takes us to point number 4, which is the value of the reward point or value of the air mile or aeroplane points or whatever you want to call it. This is a point where you have to do a lot of research to know what your points are actually worth. What is the purchasing power of these points? 100,000 points can actually mean even $100 or $10,000, right? So the difference is huge. So you need to know what is the value of the points that I'm earning on my credit card. Just to give you a quick example, if you sign up for a PC Financial MasterCard, a lot of times they have 100,000 points offer, and essentially if you really look at the value, the cash value of these points, they're actually $100. However, if you've ended up collecting 100,000 points in, let's say, American Express Cobalt card, they're actually worth somewhere between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, getting to know the value of these points is not that easy, unfortunately. You would have to do a lot of research. A lot of times, the marketing or creative on credit cards website actually mention what these points are worth. So here's a quick example where you can see that this card specifically mentions that their points are actually worth these many dollars. However, to do more research, you can go to a couple of websites like Credit Card Genius, rateshub.com or rates.ca or Greedy Rates. A lot of these websites can actually help you understand what the value of the reward point is, but a critical point of distinction is that a reward point actually means different cash value depending on where you're redeeming it. Now, if that got a little complex, my apologies. Now, what that really means is, 1,000 points, if you redeem it towards travel, let's say hotel booking, it may actually be worth $100. However, if you redeem it towards buying, let's say, a gift card, then the value of that may not be $100. It may only be $50. And this is where credit card companies, try to fool you. So you need to know that where your credit card reward points are actually worth the most. Fifth point, guys, is the rewards earn rate. This is the rate on which you earn the points on your credit card, which means that if your credit card offers 5 times the point, if you spend $1 on, let's say, eating outside or ordering in on Uber Eats, then if you spend $10 on your Uber Eats, you will be earning 50 points. In the same way, if you spend $10 doing online shopping, let's say on Amazon, you will get only 1x points, which means you will only get 10 points. So essentially what it means is that if you try to optimize your spending on the credit card where it earns the most amount of point, you will actually end up collecting the most amount of points, right? Make sense? Now guys, these were the 5 most important criteria that you should keep in mind. However, there are a couple of more things that you should keep on the top of your mind when going for a credit card. So we'll go very quickly on it. One is the ways to redeem. Now, ways to redeem basically means that, if you have 10,000 points, now what can you do with those 10,000 points? Can you only buy a flight ticket with those 10,000 points? Or can you also use those 10,000 points to buy a gift card or to buy a meal or to pay down your credit card bill? And this essentially takes us to the point of flexibility. Now, a good credit card is a credit card which gives you a lot of ways to use your points or to redeem your points. Another criteria to keep in mind is the security and the features that the app provides you. So obviously, if you get a credit card, you will be downloading a mobile app of that credit card at some point in time, and there are multiple features that these apps provide, so you don't need to really break your head on it. Just go on, let's say, Google Play or Apple iStore and see what the rating of a mobile app is. Usually the apps which are highly rated are the ones which have a lot of features. If you've stuck till the end of the video, well, congratulations. Now you know a lot of things about how to go around picking your credit card. I'm gonna give you some bonus tips which will really help you a lot in maximizing your experience on the credit card. First thing to keep in mind is the credit score eligibility. Not everybody can apply to a premium credit card because they do come with a lot of credit score requirements. So go on the credit card website. More often than not, they list what is the credit score eligibility. Sometimes for premium cards, they only allow people, or they only approve people for the credit card who have a credit score of, let's say, 750 and above. So if you have a credit score below that, chances are that you're not going to be approved for that credit card. And that's actually bad, because whenever you apply for a credit card, there is a hard check that is done on your credit file. Now, if you are wondering what this hard check is or the hard pull is, comment down below and I will make a detailed video on it. But what it essentially means is that whenever credit card companies do a hard pull on your credit score actually goes down. So you should not be applying to a credit card where your possibility of getting approved is low. And that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you learned a few things about credit cards and how to go around shopping your credit card. And again, this Excel file, which is in the description box below, is available to you. And I can give you a very quick example here as to how this Excel file works. So you can see there are multiple columns which are tied to different things that you get in terms of selecting a credit card. So if you just use your subjective analysis, just use your brain. If you feel that the introductory offer on X credit card is better than Y credit card, then you can give it a score between 1 to 5, 5 being the higher one, 1 being the lower one, and so on and so forth. And after you fill everything in these columns, on the right hand side in the final score, you will see a score being spit out. And what you can do is you can do this process for multiple cards, and in the end, depending on the final score, you will see a color coding, and wherever you see the greenest most cell, that is a credit card which basically suits your needs the best. So feel free to share your comments, thoughts, questions in the comment section below, and do not hesitate to reach out to me. If you go to the channel information, you will find my Insta handle and also my email ID. Feel free to reach out to me. If you have any questions, just DM me, or the best thing is just comment down below. And do not forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take very good care of yourself. Bye.